Hi, my name is Mike. I'm here today to talk to you about a logic problem. The idea is that I want you to think about what the odds are of this problem, and then let's see how we can use math and science to prove or disprove what your theory is. Let's assume you're on a game show. There are three doors to choose from. One of the doors has $10,000. The other two have an egg. Your game show host asks you which door you want, and you choose randomly door number 3. The game show host opens door number 1 and shows behind it an egg. Game show host asks you, do you want to switch to door number 2? The question to you is, what are the odds of winning if you switch? Now take a minute, think about it, write down your thoughts. If you have to, pause the video. Question number 2. Now let's twist it. The game show host has 6 doors. You pick a door, say door 5. The game show host opens all the doors, but skips over door 2. Same question. Should you switch to door 2? What are your odds? There's door 2 and door 5 left. Now take a minute. Think about it. Write down your thoughts. Pause the video. Question 3. Let's go back to a moment to either question above the 2. So let's assume the game show host gave you both options, both 2 different scenarios here. And when there's 2 doors left, right, all the other doors are moved from the room. So in the first one you have door number 3 you picked, and door number 2 the switch. And the second one you picked door number 5, but there's door number 2 also left. But the other doors are gone. Okay? A friend of yours walks into the room, and the game show host, and nobody tells him any information, sees 2 doors, and asks that person, should you pick door 1 or door 2? There are remaining, which essentially is, should you stay or switch? So, what are the odds for your friend who just walked into the room? Take a minute, write down your thoughts. Pause the video. Okay. So, the trick here is, and when I say trick, it's not really a trick like, ooh, I'm trying to trick you. It is the logical thinking of using gut reaction to what is happening here. In question number 2, same as question 1, but it's a little more apparent. Question number 2, the game show host skipped over door number 2 for a reason. It wasn't like he randomly skipped over. He skipped over door number 2 because it might have the treasure. Now, in the start, you had 1 out of 6 chance to win when you picked door number 5. What if the game show host said you could pick door number 5 or the other 5 doors? What are your odds? That's essentially what's being said here. Because when he skips over number 2, let's assume door number 5 was the loser. Just pretend it was the loser. Well, he skipped over door number 2 because if he showed one of the doors and said, hey, look, there's $10,000 on the ground, would you like to take it? You would say yes, right? So he's going to skip door number 2 because he doesn't want to show the 10,000. He wants you to think, well, maybe I have it, maybe you don't. So he's using insider knowledge to skip it over. Now let's assume door number 5 was the winner. You got lucky. 1 out of 6, you got it. And then he's going to still pick a door randomly that has an egg and skip it. So in either outcome, it looks the same to you, but you know that when the odds are 1 out of 6 for you, 5 out of 6 for the other doors, they skip it for a reason. Therefore, the insider knowledge of how the game is being played, you switch because 5 out of 6 times you will be right. Now with your friend coming to the room, it's 50-50 because there's no knowledge. Just sees 2 doors. It says which one. Now, I don't want you to take my word for it. So, first answer is 66% chance. Second one is 83% chance to win. Third, 50% for switching. But I don't want you to take my word for it, right? Let's play the game. Okay, so I went to random.org, some site that I found on the internet that is random. If you don't like it, get yourself a die. Okay? I think we're going to do, you know what? My challenge was to do 6 doors. So we'll do 6. Okay? So, we'll go to 6. Play 6. By the way, the odds might be slightly off here because we don't have a large sample for 6. 3 would be much more accurate. But I was asked to do 6 doors, so I'm going to do 6 doors. Okay, so I'm going to hit generate 5. So I'm going to just go down the line and fill each one in, and we'll come back to look at the odds here. Okay, I did put formulas in ahead of time, but we'll go through and manually check a few and make sure I'm not playing any. Oops, it's supposed to be a 6 here, and I moved over here. So we'll do another generate, and then we'll do 2. So I don't want to be accused of some shenanigans here. But at the same time, if you can do math and you can print screen, I welcome showing an error in anything I do 100%. I want to know reality. If I am somehow and some here making a logical error, I welcome the knowledge. Matter of fact, if you blow my socks off, glad to send you some money as a thank you or give you something in return of that nature. So, why do I care about this problem? Well, when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I forget exactly the age, I read this problem, and, like most people, you look at it and then, you try to figure out what's the trick here, what's going on. And, I found it very fascinating. So I had my theory and I wrote a computer program and I ran it thousands of times in loops to figure out the answer just as a validation. Because my friends were all saying I was wrong and that it's 50-50. Not all, but, a few of them. And I figured, well, the only way to know is do this over and over and over again and see what the deal is, right? So there you go. Now, what's to serve my purpose today? Well, I talked to some people on the internet at times, and there's one person for this video, but this is not targeted at you. If you're listening, I won't mention your name because I'm not trying to pinpoint you at all. But I find that there's a lot of discussion on the internet, and that's good. Discussion's good. Can't say it's bad. But what I get annoyed with is if we cannot come to any movement in knowledge. Now, knowledge for me, fantastic. If I'm being stubborn, don't want to learn, bad on me. And I apologize if anyone out there has proven beyond a shout out facts and I want to ignore them. Matter of fact, I welcome you to call me on that and make a public video and shame me to death because I will thank you in the end once I have the knowledge. However, if it is referencing other material that is questionable to me or you, it doesn't matter which direction, right? I'm not saying I am the ruler of all knowledge, that my knowledge is right and yours is wrong. I never say that. I say that what I know is A, and I welcome to know something different because I want to know reality. So, how do you know reality? Well, science, most of science is about peer cross review. Anybody can check it. Anybody can do the experiment yourself. And so I welcome that any experiments, especially basic ones, such as, is the world flat or round or whatever, they were proven hundreds of years ago. Stuff that you're wrestling with today that Nobel Prize winners have a hard time doing. I just don't. I'm not smart enough to do those things. If those people have a hard time, I have a hard time. So, but if it's something that's been done hundreds of years ago, we could do that, right? So, welcome doing such things. However, this exercise is to show that the basic principle of why did I skip over that? Don't know. That was just a typo there. I welcome the principle of looking at something, trying to understand the mechanics, mechanics, trying to ascertain if the mechanics are correct or not through observation. Now, this particular one, I was asked to die, but the problem is with the video, it is really awkward. I mean, to set up a whole freaking light show. Matter of fact, I work easily 60 hours a week. I kind of do work on the side for myself and then my family, and there's literally no time to breathe. I travel for work. There is no time. So, me to take the time out to do this is pretty sure every person in my entire life would look at me and say, you're an idiot for taking the time to do this. What's the point? But you know what? Why not have this example for future conversations online to have a discussion of how we can come to a common agreement of determining reality. And that is through observation and testing using straightforward approach. Nothing murky or assumed. Alrighty. Let's see what we come up with. So, 70 hard 25. Now, it's not quite what the six-sided thing I said, what did I say? 83%, but it's up there. Remember, the sample set's only 24, we have 6. We probably have to sample like, twice this to get more refined, right? And this is not quite 50% either, but it's pretty close. 50, again, probabilities, this is like you have to take like 1,000 times. But these are still in the realm of what I said, and if you thought that this is 50-50, then quite clearly it is not. It is closer to my 80-20 that I had said, or 83, and this is closer to 50-50. So there you go. By the way, how is this math done? Take a look. Door 5 is the prize. Yes, you pick 3. You switch, you win. You stay, you lose. Now your friend picked door 1, which is the one that's left behind because you picked a loser, and so the friend would win if he also picked door 1. Okay, conversely, so with the other one, he would have lost, right? So now if you go down the line, look at this one. The reason why this is highlighted green is you picked door 2, which means that the other door wouldn't be door 2. Like you picked door 2, so that would be it. So the skip door would be actually not door 2. The skip door would be door 5 or whatever. So when you're choosing, it's your door, the winner, or not prize door, but the alternate door, right? Right, because now it wouldn't be the prize door, because when he skips over, he has to pick a fake door, right? So it would be door 5. So the question here is, if your friend picks door 2, which is you, he would win, or she would win. Now, if we go down the line, you can see when he picks you here, you're the loser, that's the winner, so therefore you will win. So that's why the math gets a little funny, and you have to look at it, that it's not the 2 is always a loser, a 2 is a winner, when you have to pick the right one. Why the heck? Oh yeah, right. You picked the wrong one. See, in this case, this would have the winner, so this is the loser. You pick the loser. There you go. So winner, winner, because if they had picked a 1, right, that would be the other way around, etc. Alrighty. So I think that's why it's a little off, because it looks like no, it looks about right. Alrighty. Thanks very much. I'm going to end the video. Have a good one.